So let us see one program on one-dimensional array. Okay, so that is C++ program. So C++ program to read is nothing but input, to read and print is nothing but display one-dimensional array. That means one-dimensional array elements. Okay. So first I'll write the program. Later we will discuss. Okay. Okay, so this is the program to read and print one-dimensional array elements. So I'll tell you how it works and what is the thing present here. So here, after header files, after starting of the main function, so we have the variables here. So a of 10. So a is the array. A is the array name. Nothing but a variable only, which stores many values. Okay, A is the array. So this 10 is the maximum size. Okay, that means user can enter up to 10 values or less than 10 or equals to 10, but not more than 10. Okay, less than or equals to 10. So user should not enter more than 10 values. Okay. Next, n. So n is a variable which decides, see, out of given 10 locations, how many elements you can enter. Because if sometimes, if the maximum size is 100, okay, we need not enter all 100 elements. 100 locations will be given by the computer for us. That means for the user who types the value on the console screen, he need not enter all 100 values. Okay, he can take only 10 values or 15 values. That is user wish. So that n indicates how many values he can enter. Okay, out of 10, so he can enter either 1 or 2 or 5 or 8 like that. Okay, this I indicates index value. Okay, that is subscript value. So these are the variables. A is the array name, 10 is the maximum size. That means maximum 10 elements we can enter. So less than 10 also we can enter. That is decided by variable n. Okay. Then I indicates the index. So clear. Next thing is clear screen. So next there is a cout statement. See, whenever you come across cout statement, you just go to the console screen and write that part. Okay, whether it is a message or value or whatever it is. So in cout statement, three things we come across: string, argument, and manipulator. Right? String, argument, and manipulator. So here, enter a size of an array or enter an array size, anything. Okay, enter the size of an array. So this message is printed as it is. Okay. So still short, we can make this sentence. Enter an array size. Okay. See, already we have the size 10, but still we are giving one message enter an array size because so 10 means it is like fixed locations. Okay. So user can enter 10 values. But if I don't want to enter all the 10 values, if I want to enter only 5 or 6 out of 10 locations, then again in the black screen, that is on the output screen, you can decide. Say out of 10, I want to use only 5 locations. Okay, only 5 values I should enter. Then you can decide by this message. Okay, that is on the console output. That is on the black screen. So first it will print the message. So enter an array size. Enter an array size. So first it will print the message. Enter an array size. Then so cursor starts blinking on the next line because there is a new line character. Backslash and it is a new line character. So cursor starts blinking on the next line. Now you enter the value for n. So this variable, you enter the value for n. See, for example, if I enter 5, okay, then consider the memory location. Okay, so up to start from 0, 1, 2 up to 9. So 10 locations means array location starts from 0, that is index starts from 0. You have to end 10 minus 1. Okay, don't write here 10. You should enter, you should say 9. If there are 20 locations, you should say 19. Last location is 19. Always it is minus 1, number of elements minus 1. So 10 locations are present in the computer memory. So out of these 10 locations, that is, these are the memory locations. Okay. So we can use only 5. Okay, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So up to here we can use. So this is nothing but n value. N is equals to 5. That means 5 locations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting from 0, it will end at 4. So always in real world, whatever the number you say, when you go to the array, minus 1 it will be there. That's all. It's very simple. In real world, whatever the number you say, if you go to the array concept, minus 1. See here, if you say first location, array index value will be 0. If you say second location, array index value will be 1. If you say third location, array index value will be 2. That is minus 1. That's all. If you say fourth location, array index value will be 3. Fifth location, array index value will be 4. And if you say number of elements are 4, okay, sorry, number of elements are 5, then last location will be 4. That is minus 1. That's all. 5 locations minus 1. And if you say 10 locations are present, last location index value will be 9. That's all. Okay. So we can take these many locations. Out of 10, we can take these many locations. So these things indicates the index value. Okay. So we have to enter 5 here. So we can consider here n is equal to 5. N is equals to 5. Okay, fine. Next, see, you just look at this message. Okay. Enter n. Here n is not present in double quotes. To observe clearly, n is not present in double quotes. So only from letter E till blank space it will print like this. Enter. Okay. Then what happens? You see, n will not print instead of letter n. It will print the value of. So the value of n is 5. So it will print 5 because this is an argument. So arg. This is an argument. Okay. Always argument will print the value. Okay. It will print its value. Then again there is a double quotes. Okay. Array elements. Okay. It says array elements. Okay. Now see, we have two sets of code. That is one set of code to accept the values for an array. And it will store in the computer memory. Another set of code to print the values of an array. Whatever it is present inside the memory locations, it will print the value. So this code is for input. So input is nothing but read. Sometimes you may get separate questions like write a code to input the values of an array. Then if you write this much, it's enough. Up to here, if you write, it is enough. Or you may get a question, write a program or write a code to print the values of an array. So directly you can go for this code. In that case, you just initialize the values. So you say a of 5 is equals to some values, and then you can directly go for this code. Okay. So again, I will tell you, if they ask to write a code to input the values for an array, you just write this code by declaring array. If they ask to write to print the values of an array, you just say int a of 5 equals some value, then you write this code. If both the things are asked, like write a program to read and print the values of one array, then you have to write complete program. Okay. So this code is for display. So now we have to enter the elements. So for loop is there. So I is equals to 0. Why I have taken 0 is array index value starts from 0. So you have to take 0. I less than n. So n indicates 5 here. So here I will write it. So n is equals to 5. So I is equals to 0. I less than n. 0 less than 5. Okay. So till I reaches 5. Okay. Till I becomes 5 less than 5. So this condition will be always true. Okay. When I reaches 5, condition will become false. Okay. So 5 times this for loop will execute. That is I is equals to 0. I is equals to 1. I is equals to 2. I is equals to 3. I is equals to 4. Again, I will tell you, I equal to 0, I is equals to 1, I is equals to 2, I is equals to 3, I is equals to 4. 5 times this code will execute. That is Cin A of I, this code. When this code is executed, what you have to do on the output screen is, you just have to enter 5 values. So 5 values you have to enter here. So if I take like 10, space 20, space 30, space 40, space 50, you can enter like this. Either you leave blank space between the values or you press enter key. Both are valid. So you just type 10, press spacebar, 20, spacebar, 30 like that. So that 5 different values here, 5 input values. Or type 10, press enter key. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 in individual lines. So either way you can input the values. Okay. So this code is for input. I think we have discussed it in tracing part. So the thing is here, in place of I, it will be substituting the values. If I is equals to 0, it says A of 5, nothing but A of 0. Like that. If I is equals to 1, it says A of 1, nothing but A of 1. Okay, A of 5 is nothing but A of 1. So 5 values will be stored in computer memory. That is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. In this way, 5 values are stored. I hope you people got it. So in this way, 5 values are stored: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I is equals to 0, I is equals to 1, I is equals to 2, I is equals to 3, I is equals to 4. Okay. Next. So next statement you see, array elements are. See, you should not get confused here. Already on the black screen values are there. But these values we have entered. When we enter the values, it will be stored in computer memory. Whatever the values stored in computer memory, these values will be printed once again on the console. Okay, these values are printed once again on the console. That is nothing but console output. So two things are there: console input, console output. Console is nothing but this screen. Whatever you look at the black screen, that is nothing but the console. On the black screen, you can input and you can output. Both things you can do. So this is what we have done: input. We have entered the values. These values are stored in computer memory. You don't say these values are displayed already. These values are not displayed. We have entered from the keyboard. So these values are stored in computer memory. Whatever the value stored in computer memory will be again displayed on the screen. So for that we have to write this code. So before it displays, one message should be displayed, that is array elements are. Okay. So when you display the values present in the computer memory, either you can display as it is, okay, that is how you have entered, whether in individual lines or in the same line, or you can display line by line, however you want. So if I use endl, it will all the values are displayed on separate lines, individual lines, endl or backslash. If I use backslash t, okay, so backslash t will display the values in the same line, that is horizontal format. For endl and backslash n, it will display in vertical format, that is each value in one line. If I write backslash t, t indicates tab. Tab means on the horizontal. So in the horizontal line, in one line it will be displayed. Now we have used endl. Okay, so because of this endl, it will be displayed like this: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so this is the 10 is the value in first location, 20 is the value in second location, 30 in third location, 40 in fourth location, 50 in fifth location. So if I talk in terms of array, 10 is present in index 0, 20 is present in index 1, 30 is present in index 2, 40 is present in index 3, 50 is present in index 4. Okay, so you can take the screenshot. If possible, we will execute and see now only. Okay. Okay. So all of you done with screenshot? Okay, fine. Okay, we try to execute this program. I'll share the screen because if now only if I explain how it executes and all, you people may get it. Okay. So just hold on, I will share the screen. Okay, is the Turbo C editor is visible for all of you? Just start and tell. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay. Is the program visible for all of you? Okay, now I will execute this program. Okay. Okay, you just look at this program. So I have given the name 1D, one dimensional array.cpp, whatever it is, you can give the file name, whatever you want. You just look at the program. So main function, okay, then opening brace. So three variables, you can take in any order. So on the board I have written you have 10 I and n. So you can take in any order, and size also you can give anything like 10, 20, anything. So here I have taken 20. So it's your wish. Okay, then clear screen. So enter the array size. So this is the message. You can enter anything like just it should have meaningful. That's all. Enter the array size, enter an array size, enter the value of n, enter the size of an array. So it should be meaningful. That's all. Within double quotes, I have to write meaningful sentence. That's all. Okay. So it may differ from user to user. So one may write enter an array size, or another may write enter the size of a n, like that, whatever it is. Next, cin statement. So variable. So enter n array elements. So here you have to be very careful. You write enter word in double quotes. Letter n you should not write in double quotes because it will print the value. So like if you say 5, it says enter 5 array elements. Otherwise it will print the letter n only. Then array elements write in double quotes with backslash n. So then for loop I is equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So 0 indicates starting location, n indicates number of elements. So I plus plus y we have to write it. Each time it will, I value should be increased by 1. Okay. Then cin statement used to input the values for an array. So the array elements are, so it will be displayed. Again, same for loop. Instead of cin, you have to write cout. And instead of extraction operator, you have to write insertion operator. Then get ch close. So we'll try to execute this program. Okay. So once I will execute whole program at a time, later we will see tracing. Okay. You just look at the screen, output screen. So in the program, maximum size is 20, but here I will take only 5. Okay. You say enter 5 array elements. So there is no space between digit 5 and array because in the program I have not left space. So it's not a big mistake. You can leave the space. Okay. It will display. However you write, it will be displayed as it is. Okay. Now you look at the values how I enter 10 space 20 space 30 40 50. So I have entered in one line by leaving space between the values. See, if by mistake, if you don't leave space, so 1020304050 is considered as one number, okay, one input value. So you should be very careful. Okay. See, now the array elements are, so as it is I have printed, that's all. So I have used backslash t, so it is printed as it is. Okay. See, in the program, if I change it to backslash n here at the end, endl or backslash n, whatever it is. So you just look at this line. If I change to backslash n at this line, last cout statement, you look at the output, how it will be displayed. Okay. Okay. So 5 elements. Okay. 10. Here also I can enter like this. Press enter key. 40. 50. Okay. Now you just look at the output, how it is displayed. See, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 are displayed in vertical way. That is one value in one line because I have used backslash n. Okay. Now we will trace this program. You will come to know how it works. Okay. Okay. Program execution starts from main. Okay. See, whenever you execute the programs in Turbo C editor, the best way to learn the program tracing is by using of F7 key, or in the run menu, there will be trace into option. Okay, you just see here, trace into. So trace into, the key is F7. So if you make use of this key or the option trace into, then you can learn program very easily when you type the program. Okay. Next, see, clear screen. Okay. Enter the array size. So whenever program control goes to cout statement, iostream.h header file is linked. So the program control will go to iostream.h. Whatever the contents present in iostream.h, you don't worry. So even we cannot understand, it's very difficult. But whatever the code present in your program, that you try to understand. So whenever program control comes to cin statement, so the control will be transferred to the console screen. So you look at the black screen. Okay, it will be transferred to the console screen. Now here I enter the value, say 5. Okay. See, now program control has come to the cout statement. See, now in the editor also you can check the value of n. You just look at the, go to the debug menu. Okay. So if you want, you can note down, simultaneously you note down all the things I'm doing here. So debug menu, in that inspect is the option. That is Alt F4. Inspect is the option. If you press enter here, so you can check any variables value. So if I just say n, okay, you just see on the top right corner, data type as well as value is displayed. Data type is int, value is 5. So n value is 5. Okay. Now you just look at the execution. Okay. So for I is equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, this for loop will be executed 5 times because n value is 5. Okay. Depending on the n value, it will be executed. So you just look at the thing. So see, in a of I means a of 0. So in a of 0, we have to enter the value. So program control will be moved to the console screen. So here I enter 10 space. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. Next. See, again 20, you press enter key. Okay. Then 30, you press enter key, 40, press enter key, 50, press enter key. Okay. See, 5 times that for loop is executed. Now you can check the values. What all the things you have entered, you can check the values. You say A of 0. You read it as A of 0. See, A of 0 value is 10. Similarly, A of 1. See, A of 1 value is 20. On the top right corner, it is displaying. Sorry, debug. A of 2, 30. Okay. A of 3, 40. A of 4, 50. See, if you make use of the computer machine correctly, whatever the software you are using, lot of things will teach for you. Okay, the machine itself will teach for you a lot of things. Okay, but you should have patience and you should know the things, how to learn. Okay, so now the array elements are next. You see the program tracing. Again, for loop is there. So this for loop will be executed 5 times, and this cout statement is also executed 5 times. Okay. So whenever cout statement is executed, iostream.h header file will be executed. Okay. So 5 times it is executed. Okay. Then get ch. Okay. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So in this way, it will be displayed. Okay. I hope you people got it. The working of array. So you just chat and tell whether you want me to explain once again or we can move further. So I hope you people got it. Just chat and tell whether you understood or not. Okay, yes sir, it's clear. So anyone having doubt in this program execution part, especially in one-dimensional array? Is it clear? Fine. So two-dimensional array concept we will see in the next class. Okay, so two-dimensional array concept we will see in the next class. Okay.